Number 6 is the 2300-day prophecy. And it brings us right back to Daniel 8:13, Palmoni, the wonderful numberer. It is the last prophecy. It is a prophecy that is built upon in the book of Revelation. How long shall be the vision concerning the daily sacrifice and the transgression of desolation, to give both the sanctuary and the host to be trodden underfoot? Unto 2,300 days, then shall the sanctuary be cleansed. We know that because it's in the book of Daniel, it follows the same principle, a day for a year, meaning the 2,300 days are 2,300 years. In Daniel chapter 8, verse 26, the same chapter in which this 2,300 year prophecy is given, Daniel tells us that he did not understand the vision. Watch what he says. Wherefore shut thou up the vision, for it shall be for many days. And I, Daniel, fainted and was sick certain days. Afterward I rose up and did the king's business, and I was astonished at the vision, but none understood it. What doesn't he understand? He doesn't understand the 2,300 days. It is in Daniel 9 that the angel comes back and gives Daniel the starting point. And guess what the starting point is? Know therefore and understand that from the going forth of the commandment to restore and to build Jerusalem unto the Messiah the Prince. So the beginning point of the 2,300 years is the same beginning point of the 70 weeks that we saw earlier. If you take 457, when the decree went forth to rebuild Jerusalem, and add 490 years, we already saw, that brings you to 34 AD. 490 of the 2,300 years brings us to 34 AD, meaning there are 1,810 years left. If you add 1,810 to 34 AD, you come to the year 1844. Let me show you another graph, just so you can get the picture before I say what I'm about to say and then close. 457 BC. This is when the prophecy begins in Daniel. There is only one prophecy in Daniel. It's the 2,300 years, but the 70 weeks and the 1260 are subsections of that one prophecy. So 457 to 34 AD is the first 490 years. The 1260 years occurs after that. It is the midsection of the prophecy, and then the final section of the prophecy, the 2,300 days, that concludes in 1844. 457 add 2,300 years brings you to 1844. The challenge is this. If you want to know what the final movement of God is, all you got to do is ask yourself, is there a movement that came on the scene in 1844, and was there a fulfillment prophet that came on the scene at the same time as part of said movement? Now, the odds of that would be absolutely crazy, right? It'd just be astronomical. If there's no movement that arose in 1844 and no prophet that came on the scene in 1844, hey, it is what it is. However, if God's divine math is accurate, all I'm inviting you to do is search out the year 1844 and just see, is there a movement that came on the scene at that time? Is there a prophet with that movement that came on the scene at that time, that claims to follow the Bible, that follows the prophets before it, that speak of Daniel and Revelation? That's all I'm asking. Because if you don't find that, then yeah, this whole thing is just crazy, right? Because it would just be way more than coincidence for you to take 2,300 years and count from 457 BC and have the rise of a movement of people that were not even aware of that prophecy, meaning what it meant.